This video will tell you the best and worst toners and BHA exfoliators for oily acne-prone skin. I've investigated every toner on the market for oily acne-prone skin, from the cheapest drugstore ones to K-beauty favorites to the ultra-luxury pore tightening toners. And here's the shocking truth. Most toners made for oily skin actually make your skin more oily. The refreshing ones, they can strip your barrier and trigger even more sebum. The pore minimizing ones, many of them do nothing but irritate the skin. This video will save you thousands of pounds and potentially years of breakouts and shine. If you don't already know, this channel is non-sponsored. We don't take payments from any brands. We don't take freebies from anyone. This is purely evidence-based. So if you want to save your money and save your skin, subscribe, because when you hit that notification bell, it means you know that I am here and I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So you can literally come and ask me your questions. You have a direct line to me. Please take full advantage. Without further ado, let's dive right in.
So the first product is their Centella Green Level Calming Toner. So the positives, we always start off with the positives. So the positives are, it's a moisturizing and inflammatory, so anti-inflammatory. So it's got Centella asiatica in it, it's got butylene glycol, it's got sodium hyaluronate, it's got panthenol, glycerin, and allantoin. These are all fantastic ingredients, great for skin of color. The negative, however, is that they added witch hazel, which is often distilled in alcohol. Not all the time, but often. And when you do that, you're actually incorporating alcohol into your skincare. And as you all know, alcohol over a long period of time does damage the skin. It leads to premature aging, which is exact opposite of what all of us want. So I just avoid any alcohol and witch hazel in your skincare. They also added citrus fruit oil, which is a volatile, fragrant oil, and that tends to sensitize the skin, and again is something you want to avoid. They added Cananga odorata, which can also be a skin sensitizer, and they've also got rose flower oil, which is also fragrant and sensitizes the skin. So don't forget, rose oil is different to rose hip oil. Rose hip oil is good for your skin. Rose oil you want to avoid. And it's really confusing because on the packaging it says artificial fragrance free. That's the confusion, because you would think that there's no fragrance in this, but they've added essential oils for the fragrance, but the essential oils are very irritating and you don't really want to incorporate on skin of color. So this is a classic thing that happens where the marketing doesn't add up to what the Inky list and the ingredients are saying.
Moving on to the Glow Replenishing Rice Milk. It says it deeply hydrates and smooths dry, rough skin. This is a dual layer formula. It provides refreshing, non-greasy finish while controlling sebum and soothing sensitive skin. So let's check if it actually does what it says. So this is what dual layer looks like. It's heavy at the bottom and lighter at the top. If I shake it, it looks like little bits actually, a little bit like freshly squeezed orange juice. So first 4 ingredients in here are solvents, then it's got glycerin, so a humectant, then rice extract, which I love specifically because of the ferulic acid in it. Plus it's got Coptis japonica root extract, which is a soother and an antioxidant. And it's got kaolin, which is a naturally occurring oil absorbing clay mineral. But I'd say it's only a fraction of a percent. So you're going to get a little bit of benefit, but without it feeling too drying. So it's not really going to control oil as much as it claims, but it is going to soothe the skin and it is anti-inflammatory because it's got green tea extract and panthenol. I would give this product a 5 out of 10 as the ingredients don't really match up to the claims, but it is nail safe and it will soothe inflamed skin. Right, moving on to the next one. This is the Green Plum Refreshing Toner, AHA plus BHA. So the claim here is that the Green Plum Toner is ideal for use in the morning and evening during the first step of skincare to wipe away residual waste and smooth out the skin texture. The first 4 ingredients are solvents, but the 5th ingredient is glycolic acid. Could you imagine wearing glycolic acid every day, morning and night? This is a mistake for my skin of color family because glycolic acid is a resurfacing acid with a tiny molecular weight, the smallest molecular weight, flies through the skin and actually can lead to the most amount of damage and irritation to the skin. So they've combined AHA plus BHA. So I love that they've done that, but they've picked the wrong AHA basically. It doesn't smell too bad, and actually there's a very distinctive reaction that happens when you put an AHA with salicylic acid. And actually Glow Recipe has done an AHA BHA product, and the fragrance is so bad. It's such an awful product. In order to sort of mask that reaction smell, I certainly wouldn't recommend this product to my Skin of Color family. It gets a 2 out of 10. Moving on to the Niacinamide Essence Toner. What have we got? Okay, so it says it brightens the skin. Oh, beautiful. That is actually gorgeous. Look at that. You just feel like drinking it. That's what it looks like. Very light, which makes sense. Water being very high in this ingredients list. Okay, so let's have a look at what's in here. Here we've put, it says it brightens. So the claim with this toner is that it brightens. So it's got niacinamide, alpha-arbutin, and it's got vitamin C. But let's check if they're in the therapeutic index. So it's got prunus fruit extract, which we already discussed and I like. Then it's got water, glycerin. Sixth ingredient in here is niacinamide. So that's about 2% so it means it's in therapeutic index. It means it's working. They've put in ferment, which I love. They've put in galactomyces. So that's your very gentle exfoliator, which I also love. And it's the 17th ingredient, which means it's very low down, probably a fraction of a percent. So you're not going to see much from it. The 18th ingredient in here is alpha-arbutin. So at probably 0.5%, if that, not in the therapeutic index. You're not going to see any benefit from that. So this is essentially a niacinamide toner, right? But with a mistake. They added fragrance. So this could have been excellent actually as a niacinamide toner, but they added an acid that you don't wear during the day, so your galactomyces, and then added fragrance, which you don't wear at all, which is such a shame because this is so beautiful and you can see that this would have done really well on social media, but yeah, I think it needs a bit of tweaking for Skin of Color. Moving on to the 2% BHA exfoliating toner. Oh, nice color. They're really clever with their colors. So very light and liquidy on the skin. So it will penetrate quite easily, very watery. Right, let's see what's in this product. So it's 2% BHA, that's your salicylic acid, which is fine. But then they've put in tea tree extract. Now, back in the day, tea tree extract was one of, the only antibacterials we had. The problem is it's an essential oil and it can lead to irritation of the skin. So imagine you now have sensitive acne skin. Tea tree oil is not the thing that you want to really put on, especially if you have Skin of Color and you hyperpigment. They have got the fruit extracts, which are humectants plus ceramides, which I loved. This was so close to being something that I would recommend because it doesn't even have fragrance in it. Yeah, when you smell it, you can't smell it. So if it wasn't for the tea tree oil, or tea tree, I would have recommended this product. But as it stands, it's a no. So moving on to the next one, which is the toning toner. So this is a PHA toner. Now, PHA is basically gluconolactone. So this is a very gentle exfoliator. It's a sort of exfoliator you would use as you get older and you can't tolerate, like mandelic acid even. Then I would recommend you go in with PHA. So let's have a look. So this says, again, 84% Centella. Really? Is it really 84% Centella, or is it water, like most of that, like 99% of that, and add in Centella? That's more like it. Let's have a look at the ingredients list. Let me show you what it looks like. It's like this. So it comes out quite liquidy. And again, it's one of these, it's just such a waste of product doing this. No fragrance I like, or a very light one, which is, I'll just check to see if there's actually any fragrance in this. Very nice. And we would just press this into the skin. I like it. I like the feel of this. Any tingling? No, it's okay. All right, so in here, we've got water, then we've got dipropyl glycol, and then we've got Centella. So a really simple ingredients list. I love that it's a fragrance-free, but the downside with this is even though PHA, gluconolactone, is a light chemical exfoliator, it's still a chemical exfoliator. And for Skin of Color, we should not be exfoliating our skins every day. This is too much for us. And what will happen is, over time, you might actually see brightness initially, but over time, your skin will become drier and duller. This was not made for Skin of Color. So this is not a Dr. V approved product. However, for Caucasian skin or just skin that's people not watching my channel, probably this product's actually going to be really great for them. This is going to be really great for Korean skin. And this is really why we have to be empowered with education when it comes to which K-beauty products are great for us, which ones are okay for us, and which ones are just run away. What I would say with this product, if you really want to use it, and I do like it, is use it 2 nights a week maximum and use it at nighttime, not daytime. Moving on to the Centella Relief Green Toner Pad. Okay, so the claim is that it should be able to calm down inflammation. And this is something that K-Beauty is actually very good for, is helping with inflammation and damaged skin barriers. Okay, so it's quite a lot of packaging. It is a beautiful tub. I just don't like this much plastic, to be honest. Okay. So it looks like. Open it up. I think we have to remove this bit first. Oh, whoopsie. So this comes out. Whew. Okay, can you smell? You can't smell, sorry. Can you smell? Can you smell, guys? Can you smell it? No. Okay. I can smell it. It's got a light scent. That's what it looks like. Do you know what? It's just so, like, I can see how exciting this is to open, how interesting it is to open. And I love this. Look at this. This is so clever. Can you see? This is very satisfying. Can you see? Oh my gosh. It looks like leaves. This is so nice. Okay, all right. So let me tell you what it feels like on the skin. Very cooling on the skin. Nice thin feel to this. This actually feels different to what you normally put on the skin, because usually we have those thicker cotton pads which tend to be a bit rougher, but this is very smooth on the skin. So I can see how like relaxing this would be, especially if you have a damaged skin barrier. Let me tell you what is actually in this product, tell you if it's worth it or not. The first ingredient is Centella, which I love. They've also put licorice root extract, which I also love as a skin brightener for skin of color. I like it. Then they put Hutinia extract, which is an antioxidant. It's a very common antioxidant actually used in K-beauty a lot. And then they put in glycerin. So this is a humectant. Love it. So far, I love it. But then they went and ruined the whole thing by putting in citrus peel oil, pelargonium oil, plus rosemary leaf oil. These are all essential oils. They can damage the skin barrier. Now imagine if the purpose of this is to calm irritation. Why on earth would you put in irritants? It makes no sense. I get the sensorial experience. I get that you want to sell thousands and millions of products, but you really have to look at the purpose of the product. What exactly are you trying to create, and what actives should go in and what actives should you avoid? And honestly, all of skincare, any formulator watching me now, if you are thinking about making something for skin of color, please just avoid fragrance. It's really the bare minimum that you can do. So for me, unfortunately, this one's a hard no. Moving on to a very interesting product. This is the Pore Zero Peeled Egg Toner Pad. Guys, can you write in the comment section which K-beauty brand you want me to review next? I don't know why. I just feel like these type of toner pads are just so much waste. You know, like these are sort of ingredients that you can just put into a bottle and put directly into your hand and into your face, onto your face. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it. Unless it's obviously biodegradable, in which case, you know, it's better. Interesting. Okay, with this. This is actually a rougher material. It's rougher on one side and slightly smoother on the other. All right, so let's see what's in this product. So in here, the third ingredient is ethanol. Third ingredient is alcohol. Come on. Are you doing this on purpose? I just don't understand. Why? So, okay, I get it. You want to do the quick dry feel. Right, I get it. Okay, so we don't want, you know, water to stay on the skin for too long. But the downside of this is so enormous, it makes no sense. Oh my God, it went on my lip by accident. I can actually taste the alcohol. This is horrendous. Plus fragrance. Oh my gosh. And they've actually put in PHA. So you know how I love PHA as a very gentle exfoliator, but why on earth would you then put that in with alcohol and fragrance? Like, are you trying to like irritate skin of color and like just make the worst product possible? What were you thinking? This one, like, please.
What is the super hydrating toner? The purpose is to remove any extra dirt from the skin, to reduce any inflammation, to hydrate the skin, and it's the first layer of actives on the skin. So why is this toner best for skin of color? It contains all the anti-inflammatories, Centella asiatica, allantoin, and panthenol. It contains niacinamide, which brightens the skin and strengthens the skin barrier. And of course, the humectant glycerin. So how do you use it? You use this at nighttime after your double cleanse. I would spray it directly onto onto my face to get maximum product on the skin. It will feel cooling and refreshing on the skin after a long day of environmental assault. Your skin will immediately feel cared for and loved. The skin is now perfectly primed for actives to treat specific skin conditions.
BHA Blackhead Power Liquid 4%. And I'm pleased to say I actually really like this product. Starting off with the first ingredient is Salix alba bark water, which is a great anti-inflammatory. It has great moisturizers in it too. So it's got butylene glycol, it's got panthenol and arginine. Butylene glycol is quite good because it's a solvent, but it also helps the other ingredients penetrate deeper into the skin. Now, some of you who also like to delve into ingredients will notice that it has 4% salicylate betaine. Now, you might be thinking, but that's not salicylic acid. How is this a BHA? It's because in Korea, they're not actually allowed to put in high percentages of salicylic acid. So what they do is they combine betaine, which is a moisturizer, with salicylic acid. So, the combination, 4% of this, is similar efficacy to 2% salicylic acid. The fourth ingredient here is niacinamide. So if you've watched my niacinamide video, you will know all about niacinamide. It is one of my favorite ingredients and it's great for skin of color. It does multiple things. It helps to reduce hyperpigmentation. It helps to reduce your sebum levels. So if you have oily, acne-prone skin, it's great. It helps to control pore size, so minimizing pores. And it also helps to improve the texture of the skin. Very few people react with niacinamide as well, which is essential when we're talking about skin of color. As it's the fourth ingredient, it means that it's approximately 3 to 4%, which means that it's in the therapeutic range. The only one small negative that I would say with this particular product is that it's got ethyl hexandiol in it, which has been known to cause dermatitis and irritation around the eye. This is, however, rare, and I myself would purchase this product. If you've watched enough of my videos, you will know that I have very high standards when it comes to skin of color and the skincare that we should and shouldn't be wearing. And I don't take it lightly when I recommend you purchase a product. So with this, I think it has fantastic actives in it and has nothing irritating in it. Plus there's no fragrance, no essential oils. So this one is a keeper.
Okay, so moving on to tea tree facial wash. So positives are, it's got glycerin, it's got allantoin, which is anti-inflammatory. It's got sodium laureth sulfate. So that means it's as effective as a gentle surfactant. It's got cocamidopropyl betaine again, which is it leads to a lot of lathering. And so it gives you a very luxury wash experience and is a very good ingredient. Downside, however, ninth ingredient is denatured alcohol. It's also got menthol in it, which is skin sensitizing. It is a wash off, so I'm a little bit more forgiving, but ultimately, I don't like the formula. It's not something I put on my own face. And so if I'm not going to put it on my face, I wouldn't recommend it for you either. Acne clarifying lotion. Again, it's got 2% salicylic acid, great for unclogging the pores, which will help with reducing breakouts in the future. It's also got a lot of humectants in it, meaning it's quite hydrating to the skin. It's got glycerin, it's got algae extract. What else it got? It's got butylene glycol and sucrose in it too. So those are positives. I'm a cosmetic formulator. I'm also a doctor. Now, when we formulate a product, there has to be a purpose to the formulation. And in this product, the only active that's good for acne is the salicylic acid, the 2% salicylic acid, which is very basic. And actually, for skin of color, we require more. If I was formulating this product, I would have added something to reduce your sebum levels, something like niacinamide. And actually, for skin of color, we require something to also tackle the PIH, the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, the dark marks left after the acne, and also the PIE. A lot of people get red marks left after the acne. I'm releasing a video on PIE, I think next week. So have a look at that if that's one of your concerns. I will investigate every single kit I can find on the market for acne to see if we can find something that not only treats the acne, but also the PIH, so using tyrosinase inhibitors, and the PIE as well. Because really, that's our issue. If no one does it and none of the big giants make this for you, I will make this for you. It's going to take me time and I'm hoping it's already on the market and, you can just go and buy from somebody else. But if everyone fails, then I will will do this for you. But let me just see if it's out there first. And if it's out there, I will make a video on it for you as well. The next one is Cera-C Pore Reducing Toner. Third ingredient here is niacinamide. Fourth ingredient is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a water-soluble vitamin C, and lactic acid. So what I would say is just make sure you don't use this product with any other exfoliators because it's already got lactic acid in it. But I love this toner. I think it's fantastic. You would use the toner, no other exfoliator, and go straight into your actives. The next product is a niacinamide brightening toner, and I actually like it. I love when I love a product because it just means there's more options for you guys. Okay, right. So number one, it's got no fragrance and AF is safe. So that's great. It has a niacinamide as the third ingredient. So that's beneficial. It's also got a 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is non-irritating and actually has quite a high conversion to ascorbic acid, which is really what we want for skin of color. This is why, for example, when I tell you my favorite vitamin A is retinaldehyde, is because it's non-irritating on our skin, but has a great conversion to retinoic acid. Same with 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid is one of my favorite vitamin C's. It's also got licorice root extract in it, which is a tyrosinase inhibitor. So this is a fantastic toner. I love it. Buy it. It's actually very hard to find toners that are suitable for skin of color because so many of them have glycolic acid or fragrance or denatured alcohol. And people think that squeaky clean feel is what we're going for. It's not what we're going for with a toner. The purpose of the toner is, imagine a toner has a very high water content, right? Which means that a lot of water soluble actives can dissolve in your toner. So it's a great thing to put on first. In fact, I make my own toner for my face where I put in tyrosinase inhibitors and niacinamide and skin soothers, because don't forget, you're going to go outside and your skin's going to be assaulted from UV pollution, etc. So you can actually pack in quite a lot of actives into your toner before you then moisturize when you go out in the morning. So I am a big fan of toning, and this is a good one. Okay, so the next product is Glow to OH Dark Spot Toner. Oh, you know what? I love it when I find ingredients and products that are good for you, but when it's just a whole brand of products that skin of color should avoid, it's actually really demoralizing for me to make these videos. But this is like one of the worst products that I've seen. I mean, you tell me. Okay, so the second ingredient here is glycolic acid. So we already know of all the AHAs, this one's probably the worst for skin of color. On its own, it's not that bad, but then they went and added third ingredient is witch hazel. So we know tannins dry the skin and strip the skin and lead to more purging. We know that it's distilled in alcohol, which is the worst ingredient for our skin because it leads to an inflammatory cascade on our skin and leads to premature aging. And then they went and added fourth ingredient is lactic acid. So now they've added the alcohol, the witch hazel, and the acids. Then they went and added perfume, citral, limonene, linalool. It's literally a concoction of the worst ingredients for skin, not just skin of color, for all skin. And it's a dark spot toner. I feel like this product may contribute to dark spots. So in case it's not obvious, please avoid this product. Balancing Face Oil Control Toner. So here, I'm really sorry, it's another disappointment. So the third ingredient here again is witch hazel, which you all know about. It's cheating you because just because you feel like you're taking the oil off your skin, you feel like you're doing something good, you're getting that squeaky clean feeling, but actually you're setting yourself up for failure. And it's just something that shouldn't be in skincare at all. The sixth ingredient is glycolic acid. The fourth ingredient is lactic acid. Quite high percentages. I wouldn't add this actually to already inflamed skin. Don't forget, if you're purchasing this product, it means that you've got acne, which means you've got free fatty acids in the skin, and so your skin is already inflamed. You shouldn't then be adding irritating products to the skin, even for Caucasian skin, because they get more PIE, we get more PIH, the brown marks. So that's not great. I mean, the ninth ingredient here is salicylic acid, and woohoo, that's the one that we want. So they did get that bit right. And that's basically my only positive on this product, because the negative, then they went and added mentha, which sensitizes the skin. And just to top it off, they added limonene, which is a fragrance. So I'm really sorry. I really don't like doing videos where we have nothing. There's just nothing. I would just say save your money. Ole Henriksen, if you'd like to go back to the drawing board and fix the problems, then I will make another video for you endorsing your products, but you've just made systematic errors that have come through in all your formulations. For starters, you really need to get rid of your witch hazel. You need to get rid of your fragrance. So these are basic errors. I'm really sorry. I just feel like, I don't like doing negative videos, but this was just... Pixie Glow Tonic, which is 5% glycolic acid. So on the website, it says it removes excess oil and impurities. It's got aloe vera to hydrate the skin, and it's got red ginseng to protect the skin. So let's see if that's the whole picture. So for starters, it's got 5% glycolic acid, and this is not a wash off. They expect you to keep this product on the skin and then moisturize it and leave it on all night. Now, the issue I've got with this is, first of all, glycolic acid is the smallest molecular weight of the AHA family. And so what that tends to mean is it can fly through the skin very quickly before it neutralizes, and it can lead to hot spots. So you can get burns from it, which can lead to pigmentation, but also it can lead to sensitivity. And so I'm not a big fan of glycolic acid, full stop, when it comes to skin of color. In addition, the thing I don't like about it is that 5% is quite a high concentration of glycolic acid to leave on all night. It'd be one thing if it was a wash off, but that's not what the instructions say. The instructions say to keep it on and moisturize. On the plus point, it does have good humectants in it to hydrate the skin. So it has got butylene glycol, glycerin, and urea in it. It's also got it's got the ginseng root extract. However, it's only at about 1% if you actually look at where it is in the ingredients list. And really, to be in the therapeutic index, we tend to recommend between 5 to 10%. It may not be that effective at only 1%. The seventh ingredient is witch hazel. Now, witch hazel can be quite drying to the skin, and in the short term, people actually quite like that feeling. However, the tannins in it, so the antioxidant in witch hazel, which is what leads to the drying effect, combined with alcohol, because don't forget witch hazel is distilled in alcohol, so you then end with this combination of tannins plus alcohol on the skin over a long period of time, can lead to damage. It can lead to sensitivity. It can lead to worsening of any issue, any underlying issue that you've already got can become worse with this combination. I would never recommend witch hazel as a leave-on ingredient for a long period of time. So witch hazel also contains an oil called eugenol, which can be quite irritating to the skin. And so if you've got oily acne-prone skin, it can actually exacerbate the situation and make the acne worse. You can get more flare-ups because of that combination. And just as the cherry on the cake, it's also got perfume in it, and it's also got hexylcinnamol in it, which is also a fragrance. So these both, if you've watched all my other videos, are very bad for the skin because they sensitize the skin to other ingredients in the product. It's an illusion that smells are good for the skin. They break down in UV and become UV unstable, and then the byproducts can be quite irritating to the skin. Perfume's also the number one cause of contact dermatitis, so I just avoid, to be honest. So in conclusion, I don't mind this as a wash-off product, maybe 1 to 2 times at night a week, but I certainly wouldn't leave it on all night, every night. Definitely not for skin of color. Now, I know that some people are going to be upset with me for this video because you get instant results when you use glycolic acid. You take away the top layer of skin, any pigmented cells come off, and you think, this product is fantastic. But number one, that's a temporary solution. Exfoliating the top layer of skin gives you temporary results. You actually need to treat the melanocyte in the skin. But the second thing is you need to think about the long-term consequences of wearing alcohol on the skin, which comes from the witch hazel. So that can lead to premature aging, which you can't see it taking place. It's just happening under your skin. And the other thing is with the glycolic acid, you may be fine 99 times, and it's that 100th time that you burn with it. That's why I'm not a fan of glycolic acid. I feel like there should be 0% burns when skin of color applies any product to their face. There should never be a risk of burns or a risk of PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation.
Skin perfecting 2% BHA.
So it's a very simple ingredients list, which I love. It's got no fragrance, no alcohol, no essential oils, which is excellent. I like that it uses green tea extract, which is great for minimizing any irritation from the acid. It's fantastic to reduce breakouts because it is fat soluble. It really gets into each pore to minimize sebum production. So that's excellent. The only thing I'd say to you, which differs from the website, is wear this only at nighttime for skin of color. I would never want you to exfoliate and then go out into the sun where you have a barrage of free radicals on the skin. Thank you to the UV, which is not good for our skin. So I'd say wear this. If you want to wear it at night. But I absolutely love this product and I would buy this product if this was my main concern, which is oily skin. Okay, so the next product is their pore refining toner. Now, how many of you have asked me about the best toners? I would 100% put this on my top 3 list of best toners. The positives are the emollients. So it's got glycerin, butylene glycol, ceramides. The 4th ingredient here is niacinamide, so approximately 3%. Niacinamide is fantastic. As you all know, it controls sebum. It reduces any erythema, so that's redness on the skin. It improves the texture, improves pores. So it's just something we should all really have in our skincare routine. Very few people are irritated by niacinamide. It's great for skin of color. So I'd recommend it. It's also got chamomile in it, which is great. It's a fantastic anti-inflammatory, so that's really good. It's also got Artium lapa root extract, which is quite interesting. The study was actually done in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology, which basically showed that it stimulates collagen production, which means it's great for anti-aging. It's also got my favorite vitamin C. Do you know what my favorite vitamin C is? It's got tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, which is a fat soluble vitamin C. That means that it gets into that dermis. It restores your collagen. It's the most stable form. It's fantastic. It's actually the vitamin C that I put in all my products. Absolutely recommend it. So I love, love, love this toner, and I would say go and buy. Okay, so moving on to the next product, which is a resistant anti-aging repairing toner. So the positives here are the moisturizer. It's got glycerin, it's got acetylglucosamine, it's got phospholipids, it's got butylene glycol, it's got ethyl hexyl glycerin. So it's got a whole host of moisturizers, which I love. The actives here, the 4th ingredient here is niacinamide, which I've already discussed. If you want to know more about niacinamide, make sure you watch my niacinamide video. It's got resveratrol, which is also a very powerful antioxidant, and it's got peptides. The other antioxidants in this are quite rare. You don't tend to see these two. It's got carnosine and it's got genisteins, which are also very good antioxidants, but they're just not utilized as much. Don't know why. They should be, and they probably will be. So what do I think about this particular product? I love, love, love this product. It's non-irritating, it's hydrating, and that's very important for aging skin. Don't forget, as we age, our skin becomes dry and sensitive. You know, the mainstay of our skincare as we age is hydration. Hydration will become everything. A lot of things improve with hydration. Even your pigmentation will improve with hydration, because don't forget, if your as your skin ages, it's taking much longer to come to the surface. So my son, who's 3 years old, for example, it takes 3 days for new skin to come to the surface. I mean, it's just so rapid. Whereas when it gets to my age, I'm 36 years old, it takes about 40 days for new skin to come to the surface. When you're looking at my mom, who's in her 60s, it's going to be 70 days before new skin comes to the surface. So it just takes longer and longer as we age. And so that means that skin almost becomes compacted. That means pigmentation looks worse. And actually, when you put water molecules in between those layers, pigmentation will improve, your skin will glow more. So hydration will become everything. If you want to know more about anti-aging, I do highly recommend you watch my anti-aging video, because I go into the whole lifestyle of anti-aging, and majority of what I put in that video I do myself. So it's everything that I believe in and I've done a lot of research on. Okay, so the next product is their complexion renewal pads. So the 2nd ingredient here is denatured alcohol. As you know, this leads to free radicals in the skin. It's used as a solvent, but there are much better solvents out there that aren't going to create this havoc of free radicals in your skin, because free radicals leads to premature aging. It damages the collagen. It's just not worth it. You know, whatever you're trying to achieve, you're doing the opposite with denatured alcohol. It's just something that really should not be in skincare at all. It's something to avoid. And the fact that it's the 2nd ingredient means it's very high up in the INCI list. It means it's at a high percentage. And so, I mean, just on that alone, I would say no. But on top of that, they then put in glycolic acid. So now imagine you've almost ripped up the top layer of skin, and now you've put in glycolic acid, my least favorite AHA, which which already by itself at high percentages can lead to hot spots and PIH. So you wouldn't put the two together ever in a combination. And then they also went and added skin sensitizers on top. So they've got fragrance, limonene, linalool, hexacinamide. They've got alpha isomethyl-ionone as well. So literally whole barrage of fragrance. I mean, I just avoid. Just avoid.
Now you've finished this, you're gonna love this video.